Well, if it is recording, then it's going to be hello, good afternoon. It is a lovely spring rain here in Ottawa. I hope you can't hear it because it's trickling down by the window behind me, um, and it might be distracting. But it's lovely, it's softening the soil, getting everything ready to grow. All that spring growth on its way. All right, I think I'm here. I think other people might be on their way. I sincerely hope so. All right. So it is Friday, the 15th of May. We're halfway through May. This is my 8th Friday, I do believe. I've been in isolation. Very happy. I am very, very happy, I have to say. I am learning a lot about technology. This week I went to some online training for Zoom. So if you choose to make an appointment with me, we can do it in Zoom. Whoops. Okay, a card is volunteered to be the community card. I'm going to take it. Oh, nice. All right. It is, the whole deck is volunteering to fall down. Okay, the card is Passion. Pictures of cat ears in fruit. And the number 33. 33 is a gorgeous number, of course. I have, yeah, I'm just a bit in love with numbers, I guess. 3 is the number, and 3 is the place where things come through us. We are the hollow reed through which energy comes from the cosmos into the physical world. So it's a place of inspiration. It's a place of creativity where new ideas, new concepts, new pictures to put on canvas, they come through. And so 3 is very much about that connection and that that novelty of new things coming through. When we have 2 of them like this, we have a lot of travel of new stuff, of course, and introduction into the physical, which is wonderful. And they add together. We always add together until there's only 1 digit left. So this card, the card of passion, is a 6, and 6 is the number for service, for responsibility, and for the finding of beauty. And when we're aligned, when we're living in alignment with our intentions, then there is such beauty in accepting our responsibilities, right? I am here. I absolutely believe that it is the purpose of my life is to do numerology, to touch the lives of whoever I can with the information that is here. Hello, Pooja. How lovely to see you. And when I'm doing what I'm here to do, when I'm meeting that responsibility, it's beautiful. I'm so happy. I'm filled with love and joy. So, Pooja, you would like a card? I would love to draw a card for you. Do let me know. I'm not sure where you are. I'm on a rainy spring day today with gray skies and a nice rain that is loosening up the earth so people can plant. This is actually a long weekend in Canada. Monday is a holiday. No regular business. I'm not sure how we'll tell the difference, but there you go. That's how it is. I can pull a card for you. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So, choosing a card. They don't want to slide today. I'm choosing a card for Pooja. This one here. And we have, oh, okay. I see this card a lot. I might even, you may have drawn it before, I think. This is the number 7, the card of teaching. And teaching is very much two sides of one coin. Hello, Nat and Trudy. Teaching, it's not about being at the front of a classroom. It's about how you conduct yourself in life, the attitude with which you carry yourself, which is noticed by others. Other people take you for an example. And not because you're a big star on TV or because you're trying to make them, but just because that's who you are in the world. And as you walk through, other people are learning from you. They're seeing how you conduct yourself, and they're then interpreting that as a way that they might, if they choose, follow suit. Um, it also means as you are going through life just doing what you do, you can become aware of that impact, and you can be on the receiving end of a teaching and learn about how your place in the world has a bigger impact than you might have been aware of if you weren't paying attention. So it's a lovely card. Number 7 is always called a teacher, and the beech nuts are lovely. They're very oily, very squirrels and creatures that eat them are getting really fine, wonderful nutrition. They can't be forced. You can't pick an unopened beech nut and make it open and have it be any good. It has to come in its own time, as so many of the lessons that we learn in life do. And if you get too many of them, guess what? They're toxic. So so the beech nuts, not the lessons. But that teaches us about moderation and about not rushing into things and not overdoing things and not going to a place of excess. I guess that's I hope that makes sense, Pooja. You can let me know. I'm going to draw for Trudy because it's your name on it, and then after I'm done I will draw for Nat. And I am happy to see you here. This is lovely. And there are, oh, okay, Alexandra, I see you here. And Mackenzie, if you'd like a card, let me know. I'm reading first for Trudy, then Nat, then Alexandra. This is delightful to see you all here. Thank you so much for coming. All right, for Trudy. This is Trudy's card. Oh, nice. Okay, this is number 2, which is always about relationships. Let me get this camera right. I'm sorry. Always about relationships. Number 2. Any two things have a relationship with each other, even if the relationship is that they're not related. The white clover. If you've ever had clover in your lawn, you know that it creates a little colony. It comes up in its own finite community, and you don't get one leaf here and one leaf there. You get a community of white clover. So that's why this was chosen. There are lots of things about clover that speak to community. I like to think of it, that 3-leaf is like a shamrock. So just as you can find an Irish community in almost any city in North America, that idea of cleaving onto people who are like us, and it doesn't have to be about nationality. It can be that you're a librarian and all your best friends are librarians. It can be that you were born in the north and all of your best friends are northerners. Whatever it is, this is a reminder to find commonality with the people that are around you, so that you have shared worldviews, and you don't have to explain yourself all the time. I think that's what that's about, and this way lies growth. All right, Pooja, you're welcome. Okay, I'm going to read now for Nat. Okay, Nat. Nat, I am so glad that I got to connect with the two of you because of the weekend event. Okay, Nat. Ooh. Okay, this is a nice card. This is the card of complexity. You can see it's they're actually grapevines that are in their winter time of hibernation and not growth. It's an image of extreme complication, and I would imagine, depending on where you are in our current world, nobody has it terribly easy. Figuring out these if you think of the different branches going in different directions as being directions that you could potentially take, it gets very complicated very soon with junctions, with changes in direction, with blocks and obstacles across the way. So you are being asked to pay attention to that. The 2 and the 3, 2 is about community, what the card that your mom just got. 3 is about creativity and inspiration and energy, ideas, concepts that come through you into the physical world. And when we're putting these together, as you are bringing new things into your community, that adds up to a 5, which is the number for growth and for expansion. So paying attention to what's coming through you is really important. Being mindful about how you bring that into relationship, how you share it, how you let it change who you're spending time with and how you're spending time, because that is going to expand your experience in life and be progressive for everyone. It's a very progressive card, the winter branches. All right, so I am seeing, you are welcome, Trudy. I am seeing, okay, Alexandra was next. All right, and then Mackenzie. And if there's anybody else here who would like a card, I'm maybe not keeping up with this whole scroll here. I am, all right, so Alexandra. I don't immediately recognize your name. I don't know if you were at the weekend event or if you've been maybe to one of these sessions before, but thank you for being here. Looking for a card for Alexandra. This one. Nice. I love these cards. Can you tell? Okay, so, okay, all right. Yes, I do know kind of sort of who you are. All right then. Thank you. Thank you for coming back. That's very cool. So the card you're getting is number 3, which is unexpected resources. That 3, it's still the same as it has been all day. It is about inspiration. It is about energy, information, concepts, ideas flowing through you into the physical world. So those times when people say, Alexandra, how did you come up with such a strange idea? Nobody ever thinks like you. That's because you've got energy flowing through your 3. It's that outside the box thinking. It's that ability to put 2 and 2 together and come up with 143, which is a wonderful, wonderful skill to have and to allow spirit to express through you. This card is telling you that there are ways in which you will be supported that you're not expecting, you're not thinking about, you're not planning on, but spirit is present to hold you up, to get you through whatever is going on. You will be, there's a wonderful affirmation that a lot of people use to expand their financial abundance. And that is simply to repeat and believe that money comes to me through sources expected and unexpected. And it's that kind of thing, and it happens. All of a sudden you get a letter from someone who says, I owe you money and I forgot. Or here is a I had a situation a while ago where a union settlement meant that a job I'd had 12 years earlier suddenly felt the need to send me money for a back pay. Money comes unexpectedly. If it's money that you're looking for, it could be something like that. If it's about different kinds of support, if it's about emotional support, there's somebody in your life that you wouldn't necessarily automatically turn to, but when they make themselves known, they will be a really good support and resource for you. The the leaf litter, where everything has the appearance of being finished and over, it's actually transforming into the nutrients in the soil. Moss is able to reach into that and get the energy to then uh, create itself where it can photosynthesize the light that's getting through and turn green, make that wonderful green that is the sunlight being turned into plant material, which then enters into the physical realm. It's beautiful, beautiful energy. And I hope that makes sense for you, Alexandra. All right, so next up is going to be Mackenzie. And I don't see anybody new who's come in. If you're new and you're lurking, I guess that's fine. But if you would like a card, it would be great if you would speak up and say so. You are welcome, Nat. All right. Yes. Okay. That was good. All right. Does make sense. Excellent. I am really glad, Alexandra. It is good. And I guess while I'm shuffling, remind everybody that I still have my May special on, celebrating my 50 years in Canada. So 50-minute session for $50. And I'm actually booking into the very last days of May. It may be, I might have to change it. I had said that the session had to happen in May, but it could be that I switch that so that if you book it in May, it can still happen in June. It's been a wonderful response, and I really, really appreciate that. And I love doing what I do. So please help me to do it more. Okay, so this is Mackenzie. Mackenzie. Oh, I got two. No. Oh, wow. I've got a whole fistful. Okay. This is the one that wanted to come out. Oh, how nice. This is a lovely card. Yeah, I never said that before. Okay. All right. No, Mackenzie, I'm just getting to you now. This is your card. This you have drawn number 35, which is curiosity. Which, if I don't know if you have sunflowers where you are, but they are, once they're in bloom, they turn all day long. They turn their faces towards the sun as if they're watching to see what's coming from that direction. They like a curious person looking around. They turn and they follow and they watch and they look. The yellow color is the color of the solar plexus chakra, which is the seat of our self-identity and our where we honor and celebrate ourselves, where we create our self-image. And as we get older, we remake it, because often what we're taught as children is no longer appropriate. Apart from anything else, certainly I was taught things that would have made me a wonderful citizen in the 50s and 60s, and that's not where I live. So there's a need to change things up. The number 35-3, we've been talking a lot about that creative three, that portal where energy from source and from the unseen uses you as the portal to get into the physical world. So that can be creative ideas, that can be inspiration about algorithms, it can be about oil paintings or poetry or any number of solutions to problems, just stuff that nobody has thought of. You are the one who gets to bring that into the world, which is lovely. Then the 5 is the energy of growth and expansion and progress, moving forward, all of those things, which of course, if you've brought the solution to a problem, then yeah, we all get to move away from that problem. And you add those together, you get an 8, which is that lovely looping energy as spirit comes into the world. And sort of like the in-breath and the out-breath, the two lobes of the 8, that the one cannot exist without the other. It's always, there must be an in, there must be an out. And just as in order for us to have physical life, there needs to be the energy that is us, because a human body without that unseen energy is at the end of its usefulness. So that's a really nice card. I like that. And suggesting that you should be curious, that you should be open and looking to the light, whatever that represents, whether it's education, whether it's different ways of being, turning your face to that which feeds you and nourishes you and helps you to be open to the inspiration coming towards you. Nice card, Kenzie. I like that. All right. Oh, exactly what's going on right now. Tell you the cards know. The cards know stuff that I could not possibly know. So we are good. All right, is there anybody else who's come in? If you've come in and you can't find the comment bar, bring your browser out of full screen, because sometimes full screen will eat the comment bar, I have been told. Also, there is a delay between when you type and when I see it. So if you think I'm neglecting you, please don't. That's not what I'm doing at all. Blame it on the software. I think I'm at the bottom of the scroll feed, so I will keep shuffling and await your pleasure. I am, I was talking about my 50/50 special, and it is 50 minutes for $50, and it is available still. I had said only for June, for maybe that's Freudian. Okay, I had said only for May, because this last Tuesday, which was the 12th, it was my anniversary of 50 years being in Canada. I cannot believe how that time has flown. All right, so my other special that's on the website, the 20-part numerology chart for $220 with forecast for 2020. I had said 20 weeks, and that does end at the end of this week, but I've had a whole lot of orders come in lately, so I'm going to extend that too, if that's something that you're interested in. Then by all means go to the website, joleath.com, spelt the same way that this page is spelt. And you can go, if you go to the readings tab, there's all sorts of wonderful stuff there. The other, if you scroll down that tab also, or if you yeah, go into readings and then scroll down that screen. I do have pre-sales going for this card deck, The Wisdom of the Garden Path. I have I had taken them to the printer just before everything got closed, so I don't have a final delivery date as yet. I'm sure they'll be getting back to regular work. They weren't essential for a while, so everything just got shelved. But those will be coming available for sure. Okay. So, all right. When I was first here in first shuffling, this card jumped out. It evidently wanted to be the community card. So if you're watching on the video and you weren't able to ask for your own card, this is for you. This is the one that speaks to community. It's number 33, Passion, and those cat's ears. They're little yellow flowers. You can see some of them that are not in fruit as yet. They open up sort of like a tiny dandelion, and then when they fruit, they become these lovely fuzz balls, which get to spread all over. They get onto the breeze. They like a dandelion. They release from the head of the plant and go off, galloping off in all directions, taking their lust for life with them and landing all over a huge area in order to create the next generation. So there's something very joyous and passionate about that kind of fruit. All right, lots of growth that's happening. Good. And I mean lots. All right, good. I'm delighted to hear that, Mackenzie. That's there's no point in being here in the human experience if we're not growing and exploring and learning and finding the contrast. I don't know if you know anything of the teachings of Abraham Hicks, but they're very clear that one of the main reasons to come into the human experience is to feel the contrast. And just as if the sky didn't get black, we wouldn't be able to see the stars. So if we didn't have sadness and sorrow, we wouldn't be able to feel the incredible depth of joy when it comes upon us, and the love that can transform us. So for you, lots of growth going on. Is the fact that you're reiterating it like that suggests that you have had times when you felt you weren't growing, that there's been a little bit of stagnation and stuckness, and now you get to really celebrate the growth that is happening. It's just simply wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. I'm very happy for you. And I've got some messages coming in. Excuse me. Anybody else who's here? I can't see an attendance count, and I don't get any more. Maybe it's my settings. I used to get things that would say Mackenzie Hill has joined, and I don't get that anymore. People just pop up without warning, which is all right, but it means I don't know who's here. Okay, message. This one. Let me look. Okay, I don't know. That's not for now. For today. Okay. All right. Here. Okie doke. So where we at? We're halfway through the allotted time. Funny how things go in fits and starts and spurts. Some days I sit here all by myself for 15 minutes. Today, people came piling in right away, which is just wonderful. I like that. And now we seem to be having a pause a little later. And that's all right too. While you're here on the page, Exploring Paths to Cosmic Wisdom, I would encourage you to like and follow it. That way you will know when I'm going to be on, although at the moment, predictably, I'm at Fridays at 2 Eastern and Tuesdays at 11 Eastern. When we start moving around in the world a little more, then you'll be able to track which of the stores I'm at, which of the places where I am headed. But it may be a while before I'm doing any extensive traveling. It's going to be in the Ottawa area for the next foreseeable, and lots of online stuff. I have been training in Zoom. Zoom.com has some wonderful they have webinars and they have training sessions and they have things, and having come to it very late and having nobody to share the learning experience, I have been doing that, and I am using Zoom for several different things. Very exciting. I can do also Facebook Video Messenger and FaceTime. This is all good. And I have, and if you head over to joleath.com, my website, I do have an irregular newsletter that goes out. You can sign up there. It's absolutely free. Again, it will let you know where I am. And I do write a semi-regular blog. So there's all kinds of information there. It's been building and continuing to build for about 8 years now, or nearly 8 years. So anything, especially numerology, but there's some other stuff too, some musings on synchronicity and the miracle of physical life, and there's a few categories that there is stuff to enjoy for sure. Okay, I'm going to go into my other Facebook feed and maybe reshare my okay. Oh, that's not what I expected to happen. Okay, there we go. That's gone out again. Oh, the other place, because to me I have a Twitter feed that you can follow. It's not complicated. When you're on joleath.com, if you click the Contact Us tab, then you will find an email address and my Twitter handle and other stuff. I can't even think what now. I guess there's a link to this page, the Facebook page. And lots of ways to find me, that is for sure. Okay, so either maybe this just the room has emptied out. That's all right. I can sit here quietly and wait for it to jump. Reiterate the schedule that I'm working with. I think I just did that. Fridays at 2 and Tuesdays at 11. All times being Eastern. Tuesdays, I really enjoy Tuesday. Oh, I enjoy all of it. But on Tuesdays, I often get people here from the UK, which I find completely thrilling. And I've had, since I've been doing this, I have come in contact with people in South Africa and in the Philippines and in India, all across North America. Not so much South America, seems to me, and I guess that's maybe a function of language more than anything else. My Spanish and Portuguese are not useful for a thing like this. Okay. I am not sure what I can be. I could draw a card for myself. It's always a thing, right? And talk about the spider web that is my image for the back of these cards, because I love the intricacy and interconnectedness of it more than anything. 9 energy, when you've got a 9 going on in your life, it's frequently about that interconnectedness where everything is connected to absolutely everything, which is the nature of the physical universe, and or the non-physical and physical together. Everything has an impact, everything matters, everything, the energy ripples out from one place into every place. So a spider web seems like a really good metaphor for that in a lot of ways. Okay, I'm going to draw this. Nobody else is coming, nobody cares. Oh, how lovely. Oh, how blessed am I. So myself and the teachings coming together in the flow. The 1 which is me, the 7 which is the teacher, the 8 when we add them together is that lovely, lovely flow. That is a very nice card. That's so cool. Well, thank you for that. I will see what else is happening. I'm having lots of time to talk to myself, which is nice. It is not so interesting for people watching the video, and I apologize for that. This is unusually busy to start and unusually slow for at this time. However, from this we learn. From this we can make choices, right? I'm on another screen, so please excuse. I keep getting messages and they're not actually pertinent to this. That's all right. Okay. So I shall sit, and I can talk about my deck, which is available for sale as well as for readings. Or it's available for pre-sale because I don't have them in my hand as yet. They are in 2007. I was widowed. I was living in Nova Scotia, lost my partner, and my family bought me a camera. So I used to go out. We lived on a lovely big rural property, and I used to go out walking and crying, talking to my late partner, sometimes being angry and sometimes just being profoundly sorrowful and letting that sadness flow through me. Being out in nature was a wonderful healing energy for me, and I started taking photos, and that would have been sort of May, June time, I guess. And by the end of the year, I was working in a spiritual center, doing other things, doing the numerology, which was forever, almost forever part of my life, and looking at all these oracle decks in the store. Oh, dozens and dozens and dozens of different ones. Lots of tarot decks, but also lots of oracles. And I realized that the pictures I was taking when I saw them on my computer screen, they were so lovely. They would make really, really nice oracle cards, I thought. So I continued to take them, and I continued through the seasons to take some of them sort of in the same place in spring and summer and winter, until I had a really nice collection, hundreds and hundreds of pictures. And I decided I was going to make an oracle deck out of them. And I started. I've even got some printed pages of some notes that I made right at the beginning. I could see the potential for it, and then I got busy, and they were all online. They were safe. No need to worry about them. I got busy and got moving and got doing other things. And I 2010 I moved, and then in 2012 I moved again. It was one of those things that every January I moved it forward on my calendar. This is the year I'm going to put my card deck together. I just never did. And in 2018, I took up with a accountability partner, sort of gentle coaching, mutually back and forth, to get some projects finished was the idea. We both had lots of unfinished stuff going on. So I said I wanted to finish my deck, and she would chivvy me along. And by the end of, that was the end of 18, it was in a condition that I could get myself a designer to help me create the files. I don't know how to make the file that would put the stripe and put the writing on the bottom of the picture. I'm not a clue. So I was able to do that. And through 2019, I was writing interpretations and getting the last of it all done. I have in two cases, once in Nova Scotia before I left, and then again at the very end in Quebec, that I sat with consulting botanists and made sure that I had all the right names for all of the plants that were featured. And on Canadian Thanksgiving, which is earlier than American Thanksgiving, I sent all my files off to the company that I had decided was going to print them for me. And a few days later, I got information back that there were issues with the files. There were all sorts of problems, and so began a back and forth. That in the end, in February, I guess, I hired another artist. And in March, we got things sorted, and the files were good. And early March, because I went into the store was open, and the world was open. And everything was a go. It was all going to be good. I should say that I did get a prototype from that first printer. Got the one deck. These cards I got just before Christmas. And then had to make changes. So right now the files are at the printer, local printer, which is nice. And I am waiting. But these are. I am doing pre-sales on the readings tab of my website. And this just jumped. You made it! Hooray! I'm sitting here talking to myself. Welcome. It is good to see you. Thank you. Thank you for coming in. I had a reverse timeline today. Everybody showed up in the first few minutes after 2 o'clock, and now they've all gone. So my talking to myself time is has been now. I'm very happy to talk to you instead. Let me know that you would like a card, and I will do that small thing. When I got here, I started shuffling, and a card jumped out. I take that to mean it's intended to be the community card. It was really nice, and I think it's one that you've had before. It's the passion, that creativity, that inspiration coming through and finding expression in serving community and serving our own stuff. Hello, Joe. Do I know Lady Morgane? Lovely to see you. Welcome. Let me know in the comments if you would like me to draw a card for you. Right now, I'm going to draw for Scott. Oh, I think you've had this before. This is, pay attention, the Deadly Nightshade. Something that looks red and juicy may not be. We have the 2 for community and relationship. We have the 9, which is the holistic energy. They come together, of course, as an 11, which adds up to 2 again. So somebody in your sphere, some situation that you're up against. You need to be reading the fine print. There's some sort of failure to communicate, possibly deliberately a miscommunication, something that is not what it appears to be. So that's forewarned is forearmed. Yes, I know. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. I know your life and your professional life, particularly right now, is very difficult. And maybe it's just because lines keep moving and goalposts keep jumping out of the way that it's just don't buy into any one solution that's presented, because it might change. It doesn't have to be that it's malicious. It does mean that you have to be mindful and careful. Okay, Lady Morgane. Morgane. Okay. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Scott. What can I tell you? That's all right. So this is the design card. This is Queen Anne's lace. I almost wish I had done a picture from underneath, looking up at it, because it is a feat of engineering to produce a bloom like that. It is absolutely remarkable how it is designed, and it's yeah, just absolutely miraculous, as is so much in nature. The number 14 is the one for your central identity, for that piece of you that is you, the unseen you that will continue after you're done in the physical. 4 is a very practical energy. When we design something, we design it so it won't fall over, right? So there's that real practicality, reliability. It's a foundational, solid energy. When we add them up together, we get the 5, which is a number for growth and progress. So you are being asked to look at the design both of the life that you feel around you right now, that is serving you even when it doesn't feel that way, and also the fact that you get to design your own future. You get to choose, every morning you get to choose, am I going to feel grumpy today? Am I going to be happy today? You get to design what comes into your life. There's nobody else who can. What was the card I had? Optimism. I was working with the optimism card the other day, and I cannot in any way give you a bucket full of optimism for you to live with. I can't squirt it at you. I can't put it in a box and mail it to you. Optimism has to be coming from within somebody. It's entirely within their own decision and choice making. And this is true about this idea of design, that you're in charge. And if the life you're living now doesn't feel as though you would have chosen it, and doesn't feel designed to lift you up and bring you love and joy, then it's time to redesign some of it, and take out the obstacles. And if there are toxic people in your everyday, then do what you have to do to replace them with people who lift you up and are not toxic. If you're in a job that isn't bringing you a sense of meaning and purpose, especially now is a really good time to look around for a different job. If you're in an essential service and just feeling really, really put upon and exploited, which I think the events of this spring have shown us just how very poorly we treat people in really essential services, then it might be time to start designing something else. And maybe that means in your spare time doing some online education or something. Designing, getting really involved in your own future. Thank you. Yeah, it is a beautiful card. I love Queen Anne's lace. All of these pictures were taken in Nova Scotia, and the Queen Anne's lace you sometimes see in other places, acres and acres of it. Just absolutely gorgeous. Anyway, I hope that makes sense for you and for what you're going through in life. I see the note from Scott that does make sense. So I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm sorry that it feels negative, but yeah, we don't get to sleep through this, right? I know there are some people who are very bored, and they say things like, I've finished Netflix. I've seen it all now. And I guess that is their truth, and that's fine. For those who are working, you're welcome, lady. Um, for those who are working from home, who've had to restructure everything about their jobs in order to perform all the tasks but not go outdoors, that is really, really just a new way for our brains to try and function. And for people who are out in public and having to be concerned about their safety and their health all the time, that is, yeah. Yes, you did, Scott. Scott gave me the camera. Whoever's watching the video when I'm waxing poetic about being out and taking pictures, yes, we can credit and or blame Scott for that. It is true. Ah, dear. How are we doing for time? We have 7 minutes. I am not. The other day, I went actually 3 or 4 minutes over, and still, as I was closing everything out, somebody came in at last minute and got missed. I felt very badly about that. But they stayed missed, and I think I never heard from them again. That's a great shame. However, 'tis what 'tis. All right. So I think I was saying something about how mindful and how different you have to be right now. So in a lot of ways, that deadly nightshade does speak to your situation, as the cards do. Astonishingly much. All right. So I'm thinking. I don't know if you're aware, Scott, I had some tech issues this morning, but they have been resolved. You'll be thrilled to know. Entirely and completely resolved. It's good to have an IT brain in the family. People watching the video, it is, yes, now would be the time to like and follow this page on Facebook. Also would seem that you have a pause in which you can go over to jillleath.com, sign up for my newsletter, have a look on the Contact Us tab to find the links to my Twitter and other such things, and to check out the readings. Some of the specials are going on longer than anticipated. So the 50 minutes for $50, I'm gonna let still. Right now, I'm gonna say you have to make the appointment during May, because most of my May is I don't have a lot of room for new appointments going in there. And stupid tech is right. Yeah, what's really sad is the fix was not as complicated as it should have been, or could have been, or as I perceived it to be. That's what it comes down to. I do not have a tech brain, so my perception is much more of complication when it isn't really there. That happens. Okay. What else? I feel as though I have talked my entire life story today. It's been interesting flow of people, or people flowing in fits and starts. It's not a bad thing. I saw the video recording of your live, Scott, and I didn't see something I was expecting, which was, oh, your dessert selection. I thought that now that the chocolate mousse was gone, you were going to choose another one, and that didn't happen. Seems very sad. Not that it touches my life in the slightest, but you know. I have had some very interesting Zoom events going on that I have attended. I haven't initiated any as yet, although I have learned how to host a Zoom, and I have played with the dashboard and all the buttons, and laughed hysterically and put people back in the waiting room just because I could, and to prove to myself that I could get the feel of it all. Yes, so I saw a play on Zoom. I attended a book reading. Somebody, first of all, an author reading a short story, and then another member of the group reading the third chapter of a book that she has been reading to them. I got there late, but there you go. Oh, you're right. Yes, I forgot about the creme brulee. All right. Not being in ownership of a welder's torch, it's not something really in my awareness. Okay. So yeah, tech is and always will be, I'm sure, my friend. it continues to serve me, and I continue to learn about it. And it's making for such neat stuff right now. So many people using especially Zoom, I think, or maybe that's just my friends, using Zoom for a lot of neat things. Makes me very happy. It really does. All right, it's 1 minute to. So I am going to leave this. There should be a way for me to backtrack on the video and tell people at 5:2. Never mind, nothing else happens. However, that kind of manipulation is currently beyond me. So thank you, my darling. I don't know who else is still here. I know Scott is. Thank you, oh creator of the camera, or yeah, the spirit behind the deck. I think I'm seeing you over the weekend. I'm hoping I'm seeing you over the weekend. We will lurk at a distance from each other and talk, at least. All right. Nobody knew. I am going to call it. It's 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock. Thank you, everybody who came. Thank you, anybody who has watched the video this long. And I will be back on Tuesday at 11 Eastern and next Friday at 2 Eastern. And in between, you can use the website and hunt me down. Okay, love you too, Scott. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.